Gilera DNA 50cc or spares or repair. It's a two-stroke. Let's just have a quick look at the paperwork. We've got the V5 registration document. What can I show you on there? Not a great deal there. 2 former keepers. It comes with a copy of the description, which you can see there. Got an HPId check that shows it's completely clear. It's got 2 of the old MOT test certificates, with the last one expiring August 8. It's got its part service history, with the last service done 2,500 miles in 04. It's got various bits of other sort of warranty stuff and all this kind of thing. It's got sort of service invoices and that kind of thing with it as well. A couple of things to show you around the bike. Now you can see the bike is for spares or repair, but I've had a bit of a look at it and the lights work on the bike. The indicators are working. The horn does work. I've been checking the wheel bearing play. There's no play in the wheel bearing. The steering bearing is not got any play, and it's not too tight, it's not notchy. The rear suspension seems okay. There's no excessive play in the rear wheel bearing or the swing arm there. The bike has been de-restricted. One of the common things you find with automatic transmissions with de-restricted bike is that the exhaust pipe that's fitted is designed to give it more power, but what that does is that narrows the power band, and so the gearbox sometimes struggles to cope with the engine speed and the road speed at the same time. Now what you find, the effect of that is that it moves off the spot like the claps and goes very fast, but if you catch it wrong on a hill you could find yourself with very little power going up a hill and struggling. But that's just what sports exhausts do on an automatic gearbox. But if you went back to a standard exhaust, obviously you'd cut the power down, but obviously your hill climbing would be better. It's probably got some kind of a race clutch in it as well, because I did notice it revved up more than I expected before it moved away, so it's designed for sort of revving to get into the power before you move off. The kickstart spring is broken. The kickstart does work, and that's how I started the engine, so that wants sorting out. You're going to need a spring on there. What else have we got here? The brake lights don't work. Now I can't hear the switch clicking on here. Maybe that's seized up, maybe it's not there or something. But also as the other front brake is missing, which I can show you in a moment. Obviously there's no switch on that to allow you to press the start button for it to work. So I'm assuming that's why you can't start the engine with the electric starter, because what you're supposed to happen is you pull the brake in, the brake light comes on, that enables you then to activate the starter mechanism on the electric start, that is. You can see here there's no front brake. What happened here was the bike fell over and it broke the mirror, and the mirror bracket is part of this front brake bracket as well. It was taken off to get it replaced, and then it got lost, so it needs the lever, the master cylinder, to get the front brake working. The hose is still there. I'll show you another picture, but the hose is there at the moment, and the front disc is obviously on the bike as well. Yeah, you can see there the hose is there. Right, there's been an accident with some paint at some point. A tin of paint fell off a shelf and it splattered over the back of this bike here. Now the white paint, which you can see there, coloured the rear tyre. I expect if you had a can of black aerosol paint you could probably recolour all that very quickly and very easily and make it look a lot better, but at the moment, as you can see, there looks a bit of a mess. I think that's just to show you there's no front mudguard on that. There is a pipe or something missing from the engine here. This is the side of the engine here. I don't know what goes on there, but I've ridden the bike and I can't feel any effect. It starts okay. I don't think it's to do with the choke or anything. So I don't know if you know what that is, but if you do, perhaps you can let me know. But there's some sort of a pipe missing off of that. There's a small crack in the bodywork about here. It's not affecting anything very much. You could stick it or something if you wanted to, if it bothered you, but that's it. Well, there we go. Good luck with the bidding.